Then I want to talk about another Premier League club that have struggled this season. That's Man United. Obviously, they've signed Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee in recent seasons, but they've both kind of struggled up front. And I wanted to ask you whether you think that maybe the club would have made a mistake letting Rashford go to Aston Villa, because he seems to have done well so far for them. And, considering they're struggling to score goals, do you think perhaps they could regret this in the long term?
Maybe. I don't think anyone will come out and say it, but I don't know why everyone's surprised about the Rashford one, because if a happy Marcus Rashford and the best version of Marcus Rashford is someone that starts for England. So I knew that he would go to Villa and do what he's doing right now, because he's a top player. He's not been happy for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe there's other stuff that's gone on. I don't know. But even with his body language, you can tell that there was other stuff going on and he wasn't happy. And you need to be happy when you're playing football. Pochettino always said, if you smile, your feet smiles. Like, I know it sounds silly in that, but it's actually true. So, but it's just nice to see Marcus Rashford now playing at that level where you think, okay, yeah, he's getting back to his best. In terms of Højlund and Xerxes, it's been difficult for them. And obviously people have come out and said, oh, they're not good enough, and all these different people saying this player's not good enough, he's not good enough, or he's not good enough. I hate to say that sometimes, because I know what it's like to be there, and sometimes it's not fair when people come out and sort of like that harsh towards players, because it's not easy. Especially young players, it's not easy. But there's a lot of pressure. It's a heavy shirt, Man United. It's a massive football club, and even now, you talk about following and supporters. It's still the biggest football club to play for. So I don't know. At some stage, I do believe with this manager, Amrin, at some stage they will hopefully get back to the Man United that we're used to seeing. But this could take a good couple of years. And the players that are there, they're going to have to try and find some form from now to the end of the season. Because even sitting there talking about Man United, and people talk about Man United in a relegation fight, and like, I never ever thought in my lifetime I'd ever be talking about that, because I played against some of the best Man United teams growing up. I was always linked with Man United when I was younger, and even when I look back on it in reflection, I always think, I would have loved to play for that football club, and that. So to see them in this position now is quite strange, really.